Hey, this is Al McGee with YETicket.com. Well, this is February, Black History Month. These films are some of the best films I've seen in my life. And, man, they are fabulous to watch. There's no particular order for these films. And I'm just going to tell you the films, who directed them, and that's it. You can look at them for yourself later on. First film I'm going to recommend is Nothing But a Man, made in 1964, starring the great Ivan Dixon and Abby Lincoln and Julius Harris and Yaphet Kotto. Well, it's about a black man and his wife, and it's one of the first films to really deal with real life for African Americans in 1964. Now, a comedy I'm going to recommend next is called Which Way Is Up? Directed by the great director Michael Schultz, and written by Lena Wertmüller, and stars the great Richard Pryor, Lynette McKee, and the beautiful Margaret Avery. And in this film, Richard Pryor plays 3 roles. If you haven't seen this in a long time, watch it again. The next film, made in 1974, is Foxy Brown, directed by Jack Hill, and Jack Hill wrote the script. But here, I get to see the fabulous and beautiful Pam Grier as Foxy Brown. When I saw Pam Grier in this, I was saying, my goodness, Pam Grier is one of the most talented actresses of all time, and beautiful. Also, Antonio Fargas, remember him, and Peter Brown. Here's another film from 1971 called Shaft, the original Shaft, directed by Gordon Parks. Man, I tell you, this is one of the best films. When I saw it in 71, one of the best films to ever come out. Of course, you know, Richard Roundtree is in this. Moses Gunn, one of the best films that was made in 1971. Another film directed by Gordon Parks is called The Learning Tree. This was made in 1969 before Shaft. This starred Carl Johnson. This is a story in Kansas about a young man growing up in a racist town. Now, here's a film that made in 2018 called Black Panther. You got to watch this again and again. Ryan Coogler, one of the writers and director, but also Chadwick Boseman. Do I need to say anything more about this? Well, here's a film from 2020, One Night in Miami, directed by the beautiful and smart Regina King. And it's based on a stage play, but it's about Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Jim Brown, and the great Sam Cooke. And you know the stars in this one, Kingsley Ben-Air, Leslie Odom Jr. Man, this is a great cast for this film. You got to watch it if you haven't seen it already. Next is Do the Right Thing, came out in 1989. This is a film that should have won an Academy Award, but didn't, but it won an Academy Award for me, and directed by Spike Lee, and written by Spike Lee, starring Danny Aiello, Ossie Davis, Ruby Lee, and other great actors in this film, Do the Right Thing. Of course, Spike Lee came out in 1992 with Malcolm X. It's based on the book by Alex Haley, which I met before, very wonderful guy. And I met, Spike Lee also. But this stars Denzel Washington, Angela Bassett, Delroy Lindo. One of the best films about Malcolm X I've ever seen. Now here's a film that came out in 1961 called A Raisin in the Sun, directed by Daniel Petrie and written by Lorraine Hansberry. And it stars Sidney Poitier, Claudia McNeil, Ruby Dee, and Lou Gossett Jr. Do I need to say more about this great film from 1961? Now, here's a film it's going to be hard for you to find to watch, because I don't know why the studio's hiding this. They never let this film get on videotape or anything. Porgy and Bess, 1959. Directed by Otto Preminger. He's supposed to be one of the best at that time. And this film stars Sidney Poitier, Dorothy Dandridge, Sammy Davis Jr., Pearl Bailey, Brock Peters, Diane Carroll. How come they have not let this film out? Now, there are some copies going around. I heard they were not that great or not that good. But if you get a chance, watch Porgy and Bess from 1959, starring these great actors. I feel that you will really enjoy watching, and you will enjoy watching them again if you saw them before. Hey, thanks for watching me for Black History Month. I'm Al McGee. But to me, every day is Black History, and we are part of the American history. You're not a side of American history. We are American history.
This is your entertainment ticket. Latest and greatest.